Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another historical battle, and today's battle is the Battle of Dresden, fought in 1813 between the coalition forces of Russia, Prussia, and Austria against the Empire of France. Napoleon's France, of course, here once again to make things interesting in the European theatre. And we have a glorious 4v4 Napoleon Total War 3 battle for you today. We have obviously a very cool, unique Dresden sort of map. We've seen it before. I think we've done a few custom battles on this one. And there's like the two bridges that cross. You have Dresden on both sides of the river. And we do actually have a little bit of a fight just about to take place here. We have some Saxon Chevaliers going in here. And they've been routed very quickly there by a bunch of Prussian cavalry that has just come out of the woods. I don't think they realized how much cavalry they were running into. We actually have the guards all the way over here. They are waiting patiently, I guess, for the right moment to strike. We have lots of like Polish guards and like various old guard units and stuff like that. Looking very, very cool. I'm looking forward to see them in action, that is for sure. And we also have all the way over on this side. I don't know why it's laggy. I do apologize. I'm not quite sure why we have a little bit of lag going on. But yes, we have lots of dragoons over here. Actually, it's like two dragoons on top of each other. This is just asking for trouble. Okay, so I just like paused the replay and like restarted it. It seems like it's sort of a little bit better now. Lag seems to dissipate. But yes, as I was saying, this seems like they're just like asking for trouble, like having two cavalry stacked on top of each other. We have some more dragoons here as well, getting ready. Lots and lots of dragoons actually. I wonder if we have any cuirassiers or anything exciting like that here today. Often they don't usually bring them, but we do have we have a Russian center here. The guard is of course a Russian center. They're using 1812 cores because 1813 cores are not yet available. I think they're coming in the next update. Then we have the Poles over here by the looks of it in the 1812 and a 1812 core there. And then we have, this is Russian North, but still 1812. The other one's a Russian center that you've just seen, and it seems as though some pioneers were kicked out of this building here. It looks like they were kicked out by the Austrians here. And I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if you can be able to hear it, but I have literally right now got, it sounds like the RAF, like flying, the entire RAF flying above my house right now. It is very, very loud. There is a lot of airplanes going overhead, but that's pretty cool. Hopefully nothing too serious going on. But anyway, back to the 19th century, where we have only wish we had air power. I mean, imagine if Napoleon had air power. That would be glorious. But yes, we have some Swiss grenadiers here. These guys looking very nice. I believe this is probably Oudinot, his corps, because he was often in charge of the Swiss. He's got some carabiniers, which is like an elite Leger unit. They look kind of a bit like Old Guard, but they are not Old Guard. They are just in their bear skins. Very scary looking bear skins. We have more Swiss over here as well. But yeah, this is probably Oudinot, I believe, over here. Yep, there. Oh no, Saint-Crayeur they have. Saint-Crayeur. I'm surprised. Usually it's Oudinot. Who else do we have for generals there? That's an interesting question. We have Ney here, actually in charge of the Italian troops. And he actually has some guardsmen as well. Has some tirailleurs, which are kind of making the main center of his line here. And then we have, yeah, Italian troops. So kind of surprised. I thought that would be Eugene in charge of the Italians. But we have Murat here. He's in charge of a mix of like, looks like Poles and French troops and stuff like that. And then I imagine all the way over here we have either Napoleon or we're going to have Victor. I doubt even I'm going to find him today. Actually, might just about find him. Yeah, Napoleon himself is leading the guard here at Dresden. So that is good to see. But so it seems as though we're going to have Austria coming from the front. I believe also from the flank over on this side here. And then I imagine Russia and Prussia are coming from the other side. But the guns opening up. We actually have some really good guns here today. We have the Italian Guard. We actually have now, are they now unlimbering? Okay. We have a 4-pounder here as well. Yeah, so the Austrians have got a pretty tough battle ahead of them. Have those pioneers rallied? They have. I think they've rallied, which is good because, I mean, this is going to be really nasty now for the Austrians to come across. A single bridge here. It has artillery on it. It has staked out in front of that. It's going to be tough to get across that. We've got some German light infantry here, so it seems as though this Russian North Army is going to be made up mainly of Swiss and Germans. Maybe some French as well, but yeah, mainly Swiss and Germans. But they're getting ready to have a face-off against Austria, and I'm looking forward to this one. If you guys are looking forward to it, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and comment show your support. It's very much appreciated as we're working towards 8K, and you guys are just amazing with all the support recently. Just keep it up, guys. You're doing amazing. Yes, I know you guys do love a historical battle and you do love NTW3, so I'm more than happy to keep giving them. We just got to get more and more historical battles, so I'm really looking forward to what else can be offered. And like, we've got lots of historical battles still to go through, that is for sure. We actually have a, oh my gosh, yeah, this poor like little Jaeger unit here getting focused down right now by line infantry, having a rough old time there. And they just put up stakes. That's all they want to do. Put up some stakes. They just want to make it hard for the cavalry to come and charge them. It's a really good tactic. They'll sacrifice this unit, I'm sure, quite happily just to get these stakes up. Yeah. The Germans over here, quite happy to shoot their old Austrian overlords. Yeah, we have Bavarians here. They were once under the control of the HRE. And then they broke away. And the HRE got dissolved, so all happened. There you go, the Russians now appearing, and the Russians getting attacked, in fact.
We have killed
and a general also being killed off. My gosh, they actually got the Russian general really easily there with Chevaliers. We have some chasseurs here as well. Looks like they're not wanting to bite off more than they can chew. There are a lot of Russian dragoons lying around. They managed to get the Russian general, that is huge. And it seems as though the Russian dragoons here might catch these chasseurs. But big win there for the French, killing off the Russian general. Didn't even get a chance to see who it was. I mean, actually, we probably wouldn't know because it's going to have like a black box like this. It's the only thing I hate about NTW3. You can't see what certain units are, but they are going to catch these Chasseurs Cheval. And in come the Chevaliers. They're going to try and double team this unit. And there we go, cavalry fight underway. Seems like the dragoons will overpower this French cav. But you could argue this French cav's done a stellar job. I mean, is it going to be needed after this? Who knows? This Chasseur Cheval might get out of here. I don't know. I mean, it seems like the dragoons are very close on their heels. There's another unit that's broken over here as well. Who broke that? Oh, that was a Prussian unit. A Prussian cav unit here. Did that try and make a rush for the guns, perhaps? It looked like it successfully did make a rush for the guns. Took these guys out. Took these guns out. So that's huge. That's a big, like, 8-pounder. So that's huge. Seeing that go. Again, French cav coming in here. Taking out Russian guns. That's a big win there. That's the horse artillery they just wiped out. But the Russian dragoons are now coming in. And they should scare off this French cav before they can get to the other ones. So that's a shame. That Swiss Chevalier there doing very, very good. We have a line battle now getting underway over here. We have the Bavarians turning to face Austrian troops. We also have Swiss over here. These guys taking a lot of fire. And the Battle of Dresden is very much underway. It seems as though we've got some Swiss dragoons here. Swiss providing lots of different troops here today. Certainly seems on this side Austria's got a bit of a struggle to come across. What is this big unit of cav we can see back here? It looks like dragoons. We just can see a massive unit of cav. I mean, France right now is getting 3v4'd. I mean, the guards are eventually going to arrive, but for now the Allies do have the advantage in numbers and armies. They probably have the advantage in numbers anyway. Grenadiers here, ready? I think, but don't quote me, I think they can just cross the river at any point. It's not like... I'm not sure though. I won't be 100% sure. I won't want to cross with this carriage just waiting here. And there's infantry also waiting. I mean, they can form a square. These are good units of Swiss they have. Yeah, the line fight quite quickly over. Seems like now it's just going to artillery duels. Seems as though the Italian Guard artillery over here, along with the 4-pounders, they are dueling with anything they can see. Come on, boys. You got to reload quicker than that. You are the Italian Guardsmen. There we go. Oh, that guy just fell into the cannon and got shot. I don't know if we all just witnessed that. That man just... Well, he survived. He survived getting shot by a cannon. Okay, this man is the strongest man in the world. I shall name him Luigi. In honor of his great exploits. The Austrians look like they're going to try and flank around maybe a little bit. Pioneers firing off over here. They'll not last very long. But they are merely just to slow down the enemy, I guess. They can form square. I actually don't know if they can with 40 men. But they can apparently form square, these Bavarian pioneers. They might have been able to with 65 men. But they've lost a few since then. They're harassing those Austrians over there. Who are slowly coming forward. But yes, the Battle of Dresden. Oh! Big win. Just taking out that house. And the artillery collapsing on a load of troops here. And I think it does a fairly decent amount of damage. And the Swiss over here doing a very, very... I don't know if they're doing a good job or not. Yeah, it looks like you can just cross this river because the Chasseurs Cheval are about to give it a go. Here you go. They're going to charge in. Can these units form square? Looks as though they can. Austrians a little bit more organized in their HRE form. You can see the Chasseurs Cheval here are probably going to fail in taking out this unit. But yes, the Battle of Dresden, fought in 1813, was in fact a French victory. It was one part of the German campaign of 1813, which kind of culminates with the Battle of Leipzig, where the French ultimately, I would say, aren't defeated, but are kind of, I mean, they sort of are defeated, but sort of not. We got light infantry that just came up and just got gunned down. Like, the objective of the coalition forces was to surround and annihilate Napoleon's army. Napoleon's army does actually get it out, sort of alive, part of it, or a decent amount of it. So it's kind of like a victory, but also a defeat for Napoleon because he actually survives. I wouldn't call it a victory, but he's not really also outright defeated. He kind of runs away. We got a whole horde. Look at this, a whole horde of Prussian Landwehr here. Seems as though that is what Prussia's bringing today. It's bringing out the crap troops. The breaking troops over here was a dragoon unit. Clearly made a, oh yeah, look, made a charge, and I think it got blown to smithereens by this Prussian artillery here. It is just taking chunks out of the French line infantry here. Yeah, look at the horde of Prussians come forward. It's a scary looking army, but these guys aren't exactly good, but they just have a sheer amount of guns that they can just use on the enemy. And I've seen it work many times before, so we'll see whether it works again today. I mean, the Poles that they have here aren't exactly the best troops in the world. They're pretty decent, but they're not like the best. And this is a Polish grenadier unit. They might be pretty handy. And the guns are actually up and running good. I said these ones earlier were routed. They still have 10 crew members, and that's enough to keep it going. I can hear another cavalry charge. Oh, we have actually charges across the river here. Austria is across. And we have the French going in with the Chasseurs Cheval trying to get into the Austrian flank here. Seems as though they have caught these Austrians out, but I think they're bitten off more than they can chew. I don't think they can take out all these units. This is not looking good, though. Russia North getting very much overwhelmed here by the Austrians. And just to let you know, if you can't see on the map, the Guard is on the move. It is actually coming into Dresden very shortly. So they may be able to support against maybe the Prussians or against the Austrians. I think the Austrians are more likely. We have Fusilier Grenadiers. We've got the Old Guard itself, the first Grenadiers in the line of the Old Guard. Lots of Polish Grenadiers. Fusilier Chasseurs. Chasseur Grenadiers. We've got like the second Grenadiers of the Guard. Yeah, lots of really scary units that I'm looking forward to see. I mean, the Guard are very scary. I mean, I would not want to deal with these guys myself. Haven't brought any cavalry or any Guard cavalry that I'm aware of, so that's interesting. See how that goes. But yeah, look at this. I mean, Army North out here, like, is just getting absolutely annihilated. I think Russian North and Russian South are some of the worst French armies. I think Russian Centre is pretty solid. Yeah, Russian North not looking great. We've actually got a cavalry charge going on here. Italian Dragoons getting ready for a charge. They're very much in the front line, and they're getting shot at quite a lot here. I don't know if they're like just trying to draw fire or what, but they're just sacrificing their lives. You can see here, look at this. Russia Centre here, now on the retreat. I guess maybe they're just covering the retreat with these Dragoons. But yeah, Russia Centre here on the retreat, along with this army over here as well that's facing the Prussians. It's going to get out of there. They are not happy with the circumstances on this side here, with Army North looking very, very rough. They've got some pioneers, some more pioneers here. These look like Prussian pioneers almost. I think they are. I think they're Prussian pioneers. And we have Bavarians here. I think it's Edinburgh actually. Artillery, some German artillery. Oh, they're getting charged by Austrian bayonets. And then they go. And they're going to break that gun, you imagine. And then go the pioneers, and they should counter them. But yeah, the guns are gone. After all that setup, you need to hold fire. Make sure you don't do any friendly fire. Oh, this poor little Swiss unit out here is going to get surrounded and murdered. And these Swiss units seem like they're okay. They can form square, which is always a sign, always a good sign. Yeah, they're about to get shot in the back. Let's just watch this executed, rip in peace, and they're going to just charge in, bayonet charge. They'll break, yeah. Rip in peace to the Swiss. Trilliers out here. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they did the rear guard. There is more Trilliers on the way back. They need to make sure they get every guardsman back they can get back. Oh, I forgot you can cross over here. So a bunch of Poles and French crossing over here. Can the Prussians stop them? I feel like they could have. I feel like they definitely could have maybe stopped these Poles from getting across here. Could have done a bayonet charge or something. The guard is basically in Dresden at this point. It's still a reserve. But I feel like he's going to be swiftly moving over here to help Army North. Grenadiers here, forced back. This choke point here, the French should be able to hold them a little bit. This is always a nasty spot to assault. Any choke point in Napoleon is really, because they often do this sort of like formation here that you can see forming up. We've got Grenadiers, we've got line infantry on either side. They're just going to fire into anything that comes in through the middle here. It's going to get shot at.
Sir, our general is
and I think the Austrians are not going to fall for that. Oh, the camera's a pain here. Austrians are not going to fall for that, and they're going to just shoot with their line infantry and just try and duel with the Grenadiers ahead of them. It's not a bad idea either. But yeah, these choke points are going to become just death for the coalition forces. Yet to see really any of the Russians making a charge. It looks like Dragoons did try and go for a charge on these guns here and failed. Yeah, the Russians are now just starting to appear. Lots of cavalry that they're not going to be able to use, sadly. They have got infantry, which is good. They're going to need that infantry. These Landwehr, though, I don't know how well they're going to fare inside this city. I mean, it's going to be very close quarters. The Landwehr might find themselves getting overwhelmed quite quickly. But this would be where I'd attack. If I was the Prussians, I'd attack here. There's 3 units, 2 of them Poles. Attack here with a good chance. The French, by the way, also have a lot of cav left, including a cuirassier unit. They have like, these are Polish cuirassiers. I mentioned them in a previous video, like a little while ago. I was really hoping that they had some, and they do. But yeah, they've got a lot of cavalry here. I don't know how they're going to use. Maybe like send out the back and loop round. That's what I'd possibly do. Yeah, look at all this cav that's blobbed up here. This is asking to be shot upon. I mean, if the Prussians put in one volley there, they're killing like a bunch of cavalry. Austria here, you can see, taking it slowly. It's tough. I think they've just broken a little light infantry. Yeah, it's tough now because the French are barely showing themselves, and they want them to come inside the city. They want them to come inside the city, and they want them to come in and just come down these streets and get shot upon from like multiple angles and make it really tough. The Austrians, you know, they're taking it slowly, trying to take out this line infantry one by one. It's the best they're going to do. Trillia's over here as well. They're all waiting. There's not exactly much going on at the moment, so I'm just going to fast forward a little bit just to see who makes the first move. I mean, the French, I feel like, if the Guard came a little early, I feel like the French could have stayed fighting outside these walls, because it would have been fun to see like a long line battle take place. I think the French are far too much inside the city now. They're kind of really blobbed up, like seriously blobbed up. It seems like Prussia is coming forward slowly, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the French probably should have stayed outside a little longer. I know this far flank was breaking, but just have the Guard arrive earlier then. They should have started marching from the start, because this French army over here just got overwhelmed. I mean, the guards are actually already here. Fusilier Chasseurs already taking part. I mean, they need to be careful they don't shoot these Swiss Grenadiers, though. These guys are good men. Building captured. I imagine it's just a bunch of buildings at the back, yeah. Filled with Vistula Legion. So, I mean, yeah, these guys, Grenadiers of the Vistula Legion, they're not going to be leaving that house anytime soon. You could put Napoleon in there as well if you fancied. We actually have like a sky, it's like, not a skyscraper, but it's like, you know, a tall building. I don't know if they had these sort of thing, this sort of building in the Napoleonic era, but apparently they did. Like multi-story houses. Be careful with this artillery just firing. I mean, it's a howitzer, I guess, so it's okay. But you need to be careful with it. Okay, so we are sort of back to where we left off. Unfortunately, the replay did crash. It just seemed to be a bit of an issue with NTW3 from time to time. But we are back anyway. And as you can see, the Guard are moving up, it seems. Support over here against the Austrian armies. I'm going to just kind of keep it fast forward a little bit and just try and get to some action, because right now it seems like both sides kind of just waiting on the edge of the city and just trying to wait and see who makes the first move. If it's the Austrians going in, I mean, it's going to be very costly. I mean, whoever makes that decision to go in, it's going to be brutal for both sides. Let's put it like that. We've got a tiny little like German unit over here that's just getting absolutely annihilated. Poor guys there. But yeah, we have plenty of like guardsmen back here all ready and waiting to go in. It's kind of a shame that I don't know why Dresden, I guess maybe did Dresden have walls? I don't know exactly how Dresden like looked during like the 19th century, but if it had walls, I mean, I guess these are to resemble it, but if you make it tough to get in, maybe the Prussians to cross the river and come in from the other side, maybe just to give the French somewhere else to worry about. I don't know. I feel like from attacking from this one side, the French have got it not easy, but they know exactly where they're going to be coming from, right in front of them. Fusilier Chasseurs here moving forward. I think this guy's going to give off a volley. We will see. It seems that they are. Excellent stuff. Let's go back to fast forward, because again, not much going on really too much at the moment. Prussians are moving, edging forward, but not really getting within musket range just yet. Seems like the Russians are also going to bring forward their artillery, and they're going to get that very close to the front line here. Get their horse artillery, maybe put it like right in front of these troops here. I mean, what we got here, we got Poles over here. I mean, they're actually now firing, so they must be within range. Don't want to get it too close, because the cavalry, there is plenty of cavalry inside. We've got Chasseur Cheval, and they've got a whole bunch of other stuff, including dragoons, cuirassiers, all sorts. They could dash out and go for a big push here. And the Landwehr certainly can't form square, so if they tried that, it could be successful. But yeah, neither side at the moment really making too much effort to make a move yet. Not really see much in the way of Russian infantry just yet either. Still yet to see that appear. Got the Grenadiers here. Ludwig Kamenicki. with his grenadiers. Probably butchered his name, but there you go. That's what happens when you a Yorkshireman try and pronounce names of the Polish. Conscripts of the Royal Guard here, though. They're Italian troops. It's got trilliers. Some solid troops inside. I mean, that's the thing with the French. They've not got, like... It's not like they've got bad troops waiting in here as well. They've got a lot of good troops in here waiting for the Prussians and the Austrians. There's a load of trilliers and stuff around here. Looks like they're just leveling the town. It seems like they're quite happy just to level the town and just trying to kill as many troops as possible with the falling buildings. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the coalition have planned to unlock this defense. I mean, right now the Russians' guns are behind Prussian infantry. Prussian infantry has rudely gone and stood in front of them and blocking the end, like any chance of these Russian guns just firing. Got some Russian infantry here. We were just saying how the Russian infantry had made an appearance. This is one unit. There's another one back here. So it seems as though there is a little bit. Oh, we have a charge here. We have Prussian cav going in against the Swiss Dragoons. As I was saying, I think this is the area where you want to push, because this is there's a crossing here, and you can kind of a volley. You can have a musket fight here quite easily. And it seems as though you can rush cav across as well. We actually have artillery here that's looks like it's also been firing onto the French. I mean, these are all made up of guards as well. This is all like Vistula Legion coming across here. So it looks like they're going to try, yeah, this is all Vistula Legion. They're all going to try and duel it out, it looks like, with the Prussians. I mean, there's a bold move. There's a lot of Prussian infantry here. And we've got a guard unit as well coming up. Prussian guards being sent up. Oh, even more? Okay, so the Prussians have brought both elites and literal peasants here today. And I think the Poles, or like the French here, is quickly sending back across the Vistula Legion. Yeah, look at this. Imagine if you could hit all this blob. We have a bayonet fight here. It's a 3-pounder getting taken. Is this the crew? 3-pounder here just getting taken out? Did they rally or something and just get wiped out? There you go. That's unfortunate. Bold to expect that you could get back on that position, really. And we're gonna have a charge out here as well. We're gonna have dragoons go rush out the out here, and they're gonna get fired upon by Russians and Prussians here, you imagine. Oh, and the Russian cavalry coming in as well. Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, this dragoon unit didn't stand a chance. And those French dragoons are gonna be sent packing. We're still really waiting on an actual, like, big push. They're like sitting in like one unit at a time, and that's it. There's not like a big daring push by either side. I guess just in case they were to lose their entire army, what do you do then? Seems like they're just bringing down buildings. This is what the Russian artillery is just going to bring down this building, just trying to level Dresden by the sea. It looks like a brutal way to get the French out of the city, but it might be one of the most effective ways to do it. I think if the French should send their cav out and around, and they should try and find a crossing over here. I think you can just cross in most of these places, then get in behind the Prussians. And they've got a lot of cavalry, and they could do that. I feel like their cavalry's a bit redundant inside the city, as this building is being leveled to the ground here and killing a bunch of cav. Got the gear here ready to go. Trilliers. Artillery here just shelling away. They're dueling with the Austrian artillery there. Firemen! I feel like they just hit that building. I feel like these are not very accurate artillerymen. I don't know. This one, the red morale, looks like they nearly maybe took this one out. Yeah, they're barely firing on the French here. They got tiny little snapshots of units down there. They can barely hit them. Yeah, the Fusilier Chasseurs dueling all the way over here as well. I mean, it's just not a lot going on at the moment. Not a lot going on. Again, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a fast forward to see if anyone makes a daring move. I mean, the French, by the way, I will mention quickly, have got a... We'll go back to normal speed quickly. Have got a French cav unit all the way back here. Chevaliers here. These might be the ones that assassinated that Russian general. I don't know. But they could get these Prussian artillery pieces, and there's a Prussian general here. I mean, is it hidden? Yeah, it is. That's good. I was going to say these, these are Prussian guns here as well. I think there's cav as well spotted here. So there's a fair bit, but yeah, nothing really going on just yet. Like, I mean, the Landwehr are firing, but I don't know if they actually have clear shots with all this stuff in the way, like these walls and stuff. Surely not, I'd have thought. The French just took an absolute pounding here, and they're bringing forward more infantry, more Poles. Yeah, nothing still really going on both sides. I don't know. Maybe the coalition are just frustrated that the French retreated so early, which I would be as well. I think they retreated a little early. Oh, good hits over here, though. Could break this unit here, this 21st Line Infantry unit here. Not looking so fresh. Taking a lot of hits, actually. But yeah, I mean, I would be frustrated if I was the coalition right now. I'd be like, gosh, they've already retreated, and they're in a pretty damn nasty position to try and get them out of. Like, it is a tough one. Surely this French cav has been spotted here now. I mean, this Prussian cav literally over there. I mean, the French cav, yeah, it's just walking on by. I mean, I would have stayed behind that Prussian army because I think you could have got that general perhaps. I mean, there's an infantry unit back here as well, I guess. It's, I mean, it looks like Landwehr. With some sort of just defending the guns. They just dotted around. Maybe they're going to try and go for these Russian ones. I'm not sure. Or go for the Prussian. I'll go for the Austrian ones. I mean, there's various different options they could go for. See a bayonet charge here. In goes some Hungarian grenadiers. I'm going to see the Swiss ones counter charge. This could be anyone's game who wins this one. And here we go. We've got Guardsmen coming forward now. Grenadiers of the line. With the Visual Legion. And then we've got Fusilier Grenadiers. All coming forward. And it looks like the Austrians are going to be more than happy to engage these guys. So give them a volley, boys. And there you go. The Guard are counter charging. Here we go. Here's some action. And yeah, the Grenadiers down here. The Visual Legion. They're battling it out. Actually, the morale's pretty low. They look like they should break these Austrians. The Austrian Grenadiers, the Hungarian Grenadiers have been broken, and the Line Infantry over here is kind of looking a bit like these Fusilier Grenadiers could be some packing. Got like an Austrian Grenadier going in there now. They need to send in more infantry, or they need to get infantry set up and firing into the flanks of these guys, because they could really kill a lot of elite guardsmen here. The Swiss sent packing, and now they got some cavalry coming in to try and spoil. It's not a bad idea as well. Good counter to charging bayonet units like this. It is cavalry. But yeah, it looks like the Guard are really pushing out. They're like, you know what? We could take these Austrians on. And here we go. All chaos is starting to take place. Just after I said not a lot going on. It's all starting to get hectic down here. I meant to start on a break. What broke? Those Visual Legion Grenadiers finally gave in. But there's more Grenadiers to come up of varying different qualities. Visual Legion line over here. And they're going to charge in. Give them a volley, boys! Didn't even do any damage to morale. Oh, it did eventually. There you go. Broke the French here. Fusilier Grenadiers sent packing. Now it's the Visual Legion. Are they just all selling out? It just seems like, oh my gosh, brutal. Yeah, they broke the Austrians here, but they've been broken on this flank. I'd start a retreat and maybe get back inside. I don't think that's worked to the French advantage. I think That was a bold move. It's not really worked. They need to reform. Looks like they're going to go for another charge to this Visual Legion. Yeah, they're going to get pinned down here by the Austrians who are chasing them. And they've actually broke that unit as well. So that was a bold move there by the French. Certainly didn't seem like it worked. Unfortunately, the Landwehr now actually in the gateway over here. Looks like they are making a push here. Getting hit hard as French infantry here. Or I think it's actually Poles, but still. And lots of Russian infantry now starting to make an appearance. All patiently waiting to fire. Look at this. Look at with the walls there, with like the towers. Kind of looks like a medieval settlement going on with like a load of Russian infantry just waiting patiently. But yeah, that push was a bit maybe a little bit too aggressive, and it certainly was costly. Towers just firing, just trying to shell as much of these Austrian troops as possible. Not how many kills they're really getting. Howitz don't exactly get kills, they just do damage to morale. Are the Austrians going to countercharge now? I don't know. Be interesting to see. Over here, the Prussians quickly retreating. They're not liking this look. I mean, to be fair, there's even seems like there's more area over here to set up. You have multiple units. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units that are just like position ready to go. Men are fatigued. Oh, maybe these Fusilier Grenadiers being rushed forward after they broke. Fusilier Chasseurs here, they're going to carry on their duel. Keep on firing for the Emperor! Vive l'Empereur! As the French will shout and cry out. More buildings being razed to the ground. Good God, this city is just being razed to the ground. It's brutal. Got the Swiss cavalry there. Artillery firing these Fusilier Chasseurs. It's just relentless. It's the artillery fire right now. They've got like 3 guard units there. Maybe no, this is not a guard unit. That might be a guard unit. Yeah, they've got a lot of guards actually here today of the Prussians. They'll be interested to see if they're any good. It looks as though the French cavalry that wasn't behind though has been routed. I can't see anyone. This was it, the Chevalier Compritz, I believe. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Whether it went for a charge somewhere. Maybe here. There's a lot of dead cavalry around here, so it could have been any of these engagements. Yeah, the Russian artillery here is just simply just trying to raise these buildings to the ground. It's been pretty horrible. Poor Dresden. A beautiful city getting destroyed piece by piece, brick by brick. I think the guards just look so good. They're like little like feathers going on, the green and the red. Oh, beautiful. I actually like painting a few like miniature, like Napoleonic miniatures myself, and painting some chasseurs of the guard. They don't look like these ones. They look like the chasseurs of the old guard. I'll see if they're here. I did think I saw them earlier. More than likely they're back here. Yeah, chasseurs of the guard here. They kind of look like these guys. They're a little bit more. Got a little bit more going on with their like bear skins, but yeah, they look like those guys. I've been painting a few of those. They're really fun. It's certainly something fun to pass the time while like doing like uploads and stuff like that while videos are uploading. I just kind of want to see if Austria's going to make a push. Are they going to dare? I mean, they probably use up a lot of their grenadiers. That's the worry. I don't know. They have another one here. So it doesn't look like they've used all their grenadiers up yet, but they might want to think about making a push. They haven't got many in the way of grenadiers. Lots of infantry. I keep looking at tiny little units, hoping they're going to be grenadiers. They're really not. Got some. I don't know what unit this is. Looks like a Jaeger unit with some brown. It looks a very disgusting color of brown. They're getting some good shots off here. You can see the line infantry coming back forward here for Bavaria. They're firing in their howitzers as well. I mean, someone's got to make a move. Someone has got to make a move at this point. But I'm just going to fast forward. And again, and we'll see whether anyone makes an assault. Surely it's not just going to... like, the worst thing that could happen right now is that just the replay ends. And just neither side made an attack onto Dresden. And that would be slightly hilarious and also slightly sad for just not you, but also for me, because I'm here watching the replay along with you guys. I'd be like, what? They just did all of this for nothing? All of these glorious units going forward came for nothing? But here we go. I think we might be about to see some action here. Prussia and Russia both getting into column, both looking like they're about to march into this city. And oh boy, yeah, they are. Looks like Prussia's like, screw it. We'll go in then. Problem is Landwehr, when they get flanked and get flanking shots against them, their morale is pretty trash. So let's see why Prussia's a bit nervous about going in. So much so that he's retreating. God damn it! I really hoped that that was going to be the push. Let the Russians go in first. They got the better morale. Then send in the Landwehr. Austria on this side. Who knows? Look at that, another huge building coming straight down. Just trying to kill like Frenchmen here and there. And I guess this is just trying to like make better clear lines of sight to actually try and pound some of these units. I mean, you could not hit this Trillier unit. Oh, artillery is getting hit hard and buildings. More buildings coming down. This is, yeah. There won't be much of Dresden left, put it like that when we're done here. Alrighty, are they going to make another attempt? I don't know. Prussia just seems like they're going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I mean, they're like Polish units over here. Like, I do love the Poles. One of my favorite factions and favorite like units of the time period. But I mean, they're not the best in combat. I mean, they'll do okay. You might be able to break them. You never know. But it looks like there are Polish cuirasses on the way. So I mean, with the support of them, they could probably rout a lot of these Landwehr. Someone's got to make a charge. I thought it was Napoleon for a moment. No, it's Saint-Crayet. He's right in the front line. I can still also see why Russia doesn't want to be the aggressor, because, or first thing, because he's lost his general. So who's going to make that move? Come on. Oh, Russia. Oh, no, Russia. Prussia is firing from way back here. Needs to be careful. That's going to be friendly fire. Serious friendly fire. We got some Russian guards here? I think we do. These are Russian guards, I think. Possibly why units are so small. I mean, some of them certainly are. They have, like, the gold on their helmets. It's always a good sign that they're guardsmen. So there are some guards here. Okay. Are they going to get sent in? I mean, surely they're going to make a move at some point. Oh, here we go. Austria is finally going in. Finally some action. Austria going in against the Swiss here. And they're also going to charge in here. And the Polish cuirassiers are going to counter. They're slicing and dicing. Broken one Austrian unit. There are two more to get through. I mean, if they can get an infantry unit up and like now charge the guns, they have a clear line of sight to them. There are Trilliers here, but you might be able to get to them. You never know. And the Austrians are also coming in this side as well. Yeah, those Jaegers are going to get massacred. They're not going to make it to the lines. They broke instantly. But I'm glad to see some sort of push here. It had to happen eventually. The fight down here, like the line infantry battling out actually here. Kind of pretty brutal. But the Cav in here as well, the Polish Cav still fighting on. Looks like they've broken another unit. Polish infantry in here supporting its cavalry. And the Russians making a massive push on this side. Oh boy. It's not looking great for morale actually for the French. You've got the Polish grenadiers on the front line here trying to hold back the Prussian, push. Finally the coalition though have just given up and waiting. And I mean, to be fair, they can bring in fresh units now while all these other units are engaged. They can bring in fresh units to support and hopefully form up to get some firing lines going. And actually, look at this big push. We actually have Austrian cuirassiers in here as well, and they are going in amongst carabineers of the Guard, Italian Guard. They're in there mixing it up. They look like they might catch them out. Men are breaking. We have Poles breaking here, Russians breaking as well, Prussians, all sorts breaking here. Austrians on this side look like they've been solely pushed back. They've like had a rough time there. Well, conscripts of the Royal Guard in here, along with Laguerre, Carabiniers, I should say. Fight on, Austrians! You've got to break through somehow. I mean, they're indeed, these Austrian cuirassiers here are indeed. They look like they might take this guard unit out. They broke it, yep. Huge. Over on this side, kind of going 50-50. The guardsmen forming up in square. And you've got conscripts of the Guard of Italy here. Trying to push back the Russian guards. Who's going to win? A young Italian boy or a hardened Russian? More guards over here ready to form up. But the Austrians and the Russians have nearly united fronts. And the Austrians have kind of held this, like holding a little bit of a bridgehead here. They're doing well. Conscripts of the Guard here look like they might get beaten, in fact. Look at the boys in their bright green uniforms on a royal old time. Artillery hammering against the French down here. It really is. And the Russian guards have been charged here by dragoons. They are probably going to be broken. Cavalry's just... I mean, I don't know. Once they're in combat, I feel like on melee, it's never a good sign for the cavalry. Maybe that's just me. And a big counter charge here. Got Poles going in against the Austrians. It's all going off now. And Trilliers going into a brutal fight here. Trilliers of the Middle Guard countering these Austrians. And this bridgehead they had is looking a little under threat now. Morale for the Austrians not looking great. I mean, who charged in here? Carabiniers, they're pretty solid in Trilliers. Still on this side, I mean, Austria is pushing forward once again. There isn't too much here for them to challenge them. We're going to see a push here from some Austrian dragoons coming forward. There isn't too much on this side from for the French. So, I mean, certainly a side that the Austrians can make an advantage. I mean, it looks like they're just pouring in their cav. Why is he going in one by one? They're just sneaking on by here. He could go for these howitzers if he wanted to. It looks like it's going for the Vissel Legion line infantry. And in go the Austrian infantry, and they're going to try and break that unit. France over here looks like it's pushing back the Austrians. Yeah, big push in, big breaks. We're seeing more Austrian units get thrown in. But is it just a too much. I don't know. It might just be too much to throw. We've got Russian Dragoons here and Prussian Guards. I feel like this is a good fight here for the Allies. This should do quite well here. But this is not good. Massive Austrian break here. But on this side, looks like they might break through the French. They're going to get countercharged by a French Dragoon. The Austrians like, nah, we're not finished here. I mean, they need to break these French. I don't know what I was about to say British. They've not been here all day. Fusilier Grenadiers holding on with 29 men left. Insane. But they've kind of almost taken this choke point here. They need to pour in the last of their infantry just to support. And then they've got this bridgehead. Over on this side, seems like the French are slowly getting overwhelmed. Dragoons here have just broken. Imagine now if the French had that cavalry unit in behind, they could counter it. They could charge in. Sorry. There's still more like guardsmen out here as well, which is good to see for the Russians. And they've got more cav. The French looking a little low. It's a lot of guardsmen plugging up gaps now. A lot of guardsmen. Yeah, they got Fusilier Chasseurs. They got all sorts of guards just littered everywhere. Just in this building. Better take Carabineers to the Royal Guard, a solid unit. But the Dragoons here looks like they, these Italian Dragoons look like they've seen off the Austrian ones, which is good. Or maybe not. No, it looks like they haven't. They just retreated. Equally still good though that they retreated. And the Austrians have lost this bridgehead entirely after that big cavalry push. It looks like the Prussians and the Russians should win here. I mean, they should. Doesn't mean they will. I mean, another cavalry push might do the job, but I don't know how many of these units can pull the square. Probably a lot of them. Yeah, almost all of these guys can. If they can shift into the left and just try and do some damage here with their infantry, they could definitely do some damage there. With the, like, shift these Landwehr across. That's what I'd maybe do. But yeah, that was out of nowhere. We just had a massive, massive bayonet fight. In Austria, though, it holds this position. It's holding it on tenuously. They only got 5 units to hold it. They got their Dragoons as well. I mean, you could go back in front of the charge. The Laguerre can't form square. So, I mean, yeah, these units over here you could definitely go for. I mean, the unit in the building will obviously give them cover, but it's worth a go. Got the Trilliers over here ready to go. Men of the middle guard. You must fight and die. Nice volley. Prussia here moving forward very slowly with Landwehr. This is not going to be pleasant for the Landwehr. They're going to go for a bayonet charge maybe. Certainly seems like the guards are coming forward. Yeah, you can go to the guards. The guards should win this fight, I imagine. Morale is actually not good for these light infantry here either. A lot of Prussians now being flooded in, a lot of guardsmen as well. I think this is maybe one too many units of bringing in, but I don't know, that's just me. They really want their guards in the front lines to fight in these melee battles, and they've won this fight here because of those guardsmen. And now they can flank around. But the French have got infantry set up here, ready on this far bank to shoot any units that try and do a little flank. Got some Poles here and some French. Got artillery here as well. It's been just plugging away on those Prussian lines. It's the guard artillery of the Italians. Still just about alive. Italian Legere here has been seen off, which is good to see, and the Austrians are back inside, so it's looking very close at this moment in time. We've got the general here as well. We've got Murat here, who's been charged by Russians. They maybe should have just shot him. I think it would have been more effective than just charging with bayonets. But here we go, the Russians now going in behind enemy lines. They're going to go for a rear charge. I think they'll get killed off here, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if there's a charge in the front from the Prussians, who knows? Brutal, and yeah, breaking French.
Our men are running.
Really nicely done there by the Russians and the Prussians, working together nicely, combining. Looks like they'll break some of these elite Polish units here that are supporting the French. Who's their chasseurs? Got a hold. Morale is not looking good. I guess chasseurs in combat, it's just not for them. There's just a cavalry in here, that's why. And they break. Another bayonet charge here coming in. This will do the damage. Breaks them there. Are the French going to have to retreat across the river, I wonder? I mean, could you catch this Trillier unit here? Can't form square. General has been killed. I'm going to presume this Austria's general has been killed. In here. I don't know whose Austria's general was. But it looks like he's been killed off. And that could do all sorts of problems for Austrian morale. Russian morale is already not that great. Chile has been broken here. That's huge. And look at this. Massive retreating going on now by the French. Russian cav coming in. Prussian guards obviously doing their bit. Poles being thrown in to sacrifice and hold back the hordes of enemies. Squares are being formed. Grenadiers are being set up here of the old guard. The finest men of the empire being thrown in.
Our men are running.
Dresden could fall at any moment. The French are not looking healthy right now. Napoleon's rallying what men he can. He's like, my brothers, my comrades, we must, I don't know why he's going Russian, but we must fight for France. Rally his guards, he must. And yeah, out of nowhere, really, the coalition are inside the city. I mean, it's very close. I mean, look at the amount of Austrians it's cost them. A lot is the answer. Yeah, there's the general. He is retreating. Very bruised and dead. But out of nowhere, like I said, the Allies are in the city. The chasseurs here of the guard forming square as well. I don't know if the oh, here we go, counter charge by the old guard on this side. They're going to try and push back the Landwehr and the Prussian guards here. Now is the time to have any cav to countercharge here. And we are just about to see that. We're seeing Austrian cav come in. Dragoons also charged in. Oh, it's going to be a close finish. Yeah, lots of Austrians here now starting to retreat. They need some fresh Landwehr up. And fresh Dragoons as well on their way. Get these guns inside is what I say. Get everything inside. More Landwehr coming up. Tiny little unit. This 21st Line Infantry really needs to retreat. You shouldn't really just be stood here. Why is the Russian cavalry not charging in? These guardsmen here aren't... Well, they're just forming square now. They're going to rear charge this unit here, but I guess that's not a bad move. The Russian cavalry that's going to face full of musket balls. Go on, boys. You got to hold the line. Looking glorious as always are the guard, surrounded by bodies. Mostly inflicted up by them. The Italian cav rushes down here. It's going to go for this Austrian infantry. And they'll probably get this. Another little win there. And you can see the Austrians a little late, but they're going to send up their cavalry to countercharge. The French on this side being very aggressive with their 2 units. Tirailleurs here and Chasseurs. And the Tirailleurs can't be able to form square. So if this cav went in, it could cause all sorts of problems there. Austrian cav about to countercharge. The guards, though, hold strong. Howitzers pounding the guards here. And there's just, these dragoons here being broken. And now we're going to see a counter charge by the guard. They break that Austrian unit. The guard here in real deep trouble. Morale kind of all over the place. Austrian cav dashing in. And we got Russian infantry in here fighting against the guard. Artillery's going off everywhere. Russian dragoons coming in, breaking the guard. The guard has been broken. At least one of its units has been. It was the second E grenadiers. We still have the first E. Still got like a few tiny units back here. They need to get back in the front line. They need to support the guard. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Seems as though the guards are going to repel another attack here. Well, at least they are for the moment. That howitzer, wherever it is working in overtime. Here it is, still on the bridge. It's working in overtime, this guy is. Firing off constantly. The Prussians look like they are going to get broken here. Just a little too much for the Prussians fighting the guards. And there you go, the guards win once again. These guys are just brutal. Some of the best troops around. Probably some of the best trained troops around in Europe at the moment. Of like this battle. Like you wouldn't dare fight them. But charge here by the cavalry into Fusilier Chasseurs. They could have formed square but didn't. Don't know if they're going to break him though. The guards are now charging in. Russian guards going in. Take on these trilliers. They might break them. This charge here might be what breaks the French back. The French will fight on. There you go, broken there. Still got the chasseurs. Oh no, trilliers over here. I thought, where are the chasseurs of the guard then? The Velites here, or the chasseurs of the guard are over here. Morphing up the middle, like there is not much left. It's really just a determined push here by Prussians and Russians and a few Austrians. They go in for Murat, and I presume then Napoleon. Murat makes a stand with his bodyguard. And looks like the cav might be broken. Yeah, luckily it has been. The lava over here is just not enough, I don't think, to break them. Polish infantry here. Breaking. It's not looking good. Is there another cav unit back here? There is. There's another Lancer unit back here. Prussians have just enough cav at the moment to keep this going. Oh, this is not good. We're just getting shot by a Polish unit. That's just what all he needs right now. Napoleon's still here.
Our men are running.
Guards are breaking. Leaving just the Poles over here. And then morale is falling quickly. And there they go, they're broken. And we've got the Prussian cav coming in, going after Murat again. He breaks this time. Can they break this line infantry here with the Poles? They can just about, but the Prussian cav is also broken. We have a big push here. Is this the Cuirassier unit? No, this is a Dragoon unit. So they got in. They're going after Napoleon, and then if it can also get... I think they have just got Napoleon. And we have a little bit of a freeze there. I do not know why, but there you go. They just freeze for a moment there. I do apologize. Yeah, General was killed off there. I think that might have been Saint-Cryer, actually. I think Napoleon might have dashed in here. Yeah, he's just got in, I think. So he's going to defend with his Vistula Legion Grenadiers. And, I mean, what is left, really? I mean, there's a few Prussian and Russian units. The Austrians are down to a couple of infantry units. I mean, you can't forget these Chasseurs of the Guard are still alive, along with the Velite Carabiniers. So they've still got some solid units. But, I mean, they're just going to ignore them, go straight for Napoleon. You can already tell. In goes the Landwehr. I don't think they'll be breaking the Grenadiers of the Vistula Legion. But we're going to fast forward now because there isn't too much in the way of going on. There's a bit of a line battle over here taking place. As you can see, the Austrians getting routed here by Chasseurs. Unfortunately, the Chasseurs are basically, after the Old Guard, are the next best thing you can probably get. Because they are Old Guardsmen themselves.
All hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost done.
All hope is lost, apparently. And it certainly does look that way a little bit. I mean, there's just a few buildings holding out for the French, and that is it. That is all that is left of Dresden and the French resistance here. History is going to be changed, and we're going to see an Allied victory at Dresden. What a difference that might make in the war, in the Napoleonic Wars. You may see an earlier push into France, and you certainly wouldn't see Leipzig. That wouldn't be happening. That is for sure. The Austrians here preparing. They're going to duel with these Chasseurs. Don't know whether they'll win that. Ney is still alive. Managed to keep himself alive. Good on him. Yep. Troops. Napoleon is looking a little bit low on morale. He might break. The Guard not yet, but I mean, with Napoleon maybe potentially breaking, that will cause the Guard to break. Napoleon is gone. We're about to see the Guard throw itself in by the looks of it. Yeah, Chasseurs the Guard. They're like, no, our Emperor, we must save him. Still got plenty of Prussians that are being broken. Like, I mean, all these Vistula Grenadiers in here just like shooting out at anyone that shows himself around this building. Yeah, big fight down here happening around the doors. Who's been broken here? Yeah, that's Napoleon. It looks like the Guard are trying to get inside. You do like a rear charge or like a volley, yeah, like this Prussian unit here. About to just volley into the Chasseurs. Put a pretty brutal volley in there. That'll break those guys. I don't know who broke who. The Russians going in. I don't know if that's guardsmen or what. But the French still hold this building for now. It's not looking good for these guardsmen. Combat winning decisively at the moment. The Guard's still going in, like the Russian ones. And just like that, look at that Landwehr unit broken just like that. I mean, they're just getting fired upon on the flanks, just as havoc for morale it does. Austrian cav here also just gotta take out the take out Ney, and that's really it. There's still like Russian artillery coming up. I think they're gonna level this building, aren't they? They're gonna level this building, and they're gonna just accept that they can't take out the French troops in here. That's a 5%. I don't know if they have the time actually. Yeah, I don't think they have the time. The Prussians don't really want to use the remaining of their troops, I guess, just in the off chance that they do get defeated. But yeah, in they go. We're gonna go in once again. But there you go, a draw apparently in this battle. But I would give it to the coalition forces. I think they did win this one. They took the majority of Dresden, and they did defeat the French. Basically, there's like just a couple of units left in buildings. But yeah, well done to Dawn, to Angry Peasant, to German Gunner, and to Seth, who are all playing as the coalition forces. German Gunner getting the most kills playing as Austria. That's kind of a appropriate name for the faction he's playing. Don actually getting nearly as many kills as well, and Seth getting a good amount of kills as well as Prussia. This replay was sent in by Johnny the Buffoon, who I presume was playing as the Guard, getting 1,800 kills, really good kills there. G getting 1,600 as the other French Center army over here, and then Richard Lionheart as another French Center, like Russia Center, sorry, getting 1,100, and then we got Apollo playing as the like Russian North, getting just over 500 kills. A bit of a rough game for him, but yeah, as you can see here, Johnny playing as the Guards, Grenadiers, the Vistula Legion, getting over 350 kills. I mean, we've got like the Grenadiers, the Guard as well, getting 291, 223 with like Chasseurs, the Guard. Like some incredible kills here. 140 with Fusilier Grenadiers. Yeah, some good kills here. Napoleon himself getting 5. So there you go, that's something. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Dresden today. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to your support. And I'll see you in the next one.